I am the evil monster. I will destroy you.
Hello, my fellow fluttists. Welcome once again to my little corner of America and my even smaller little corner of reality. I used to be an engineering manager, but I am now by profession an internet marketer. And you use this thing every day called the internet as a tool. And as you use things just for a tool, as you use it daily, you begin to take things for granted. And I think that's what's happened with all of us. Even those of us that just use it recreationally or maybe informationally, we begin to take for granted that wonder that we call the World Wide Web. But it is an amazing thing. You realize how much stuff, how much information you have access to online? And it wasn't that many years ago, if you wanted to find something out, you had to hunt around for it. Because people kept everything privately. Sure, they put it in books. If you wanted people to know stuff, you'd publish a book. And there might be tens of thousands of copies of that book out there. But out there was different than in your house. That means if you wanted something, you had to go find someone that had that book. Either someone that had bought it and it was in their house, or a bookstore, or a library, something like that. Nowadays, everyone puts things online. So the internet has become a powerful thing. And you know who's become most powerful of all? Is Google. Google is an amazingly powerful giant. You know, when it comes to our economy, we blame the president. We tend to think the president's in control. Yeah, he'll fix it. Or more specifically, we think the Federal Reserve is controlling our economy. All they have to do is lower interest rates a few points, and zing, we are sitting pretty. Yeah, so we think the Fed's in control of our economy, but that's not true. I'll tell you who's in control of our economy. Google. That's right, Google. Google and Oprah. Those two are the ones that really control our economy. I mean, Oprah is so big, and I'm just talking influence here. You know, if you have any kind of a self-help kind of service or a book, especially books, you go on Oprah with that book and it'll uplift your end of the economy quicker than you could say canker sore. You know, if Tiger Woods wrote an instructional book, you know, that thing would sell like crazy on its own. And if he went on Oprah and hawked that book, How to Pick Up Chicks, subtitle, I got an eagle wife and a double bogey life. Or drive for show, it'll cost you dough. Yeah, and I know what he's thinking, and I think his logic is sound. He's probably thinking, you know, I want a bunch of these green blazers. I should have a trophy with each one. Oh, did I say trophy? I meant trophy wife. I don't know, is there such a thing as a trophy mistress? Schwarzenegger went on there to hawk his new book, How to Become Governor by Lifting Heavy Stuff in Your Youth. That thing would go through the roof. I'm not sure. His popularity might have dropped a little. Probably heard he was sleeping with the housekeeper. Oh, no, I'm not talking about the other woman. I'm talking about Maria Shriver. We all know after the divorce, say it with me, she's probably gonna keep the house. Arnold's trophy mistress looked a little tarnished there. She could maybe use a little silver polish there or something. Yeah, so Oprah's got that end of the economy corner. But the one that's really in control of most of the economy is Google. Nowadays, if you want to sell something, you put up a website. And then people look for you on Google. 2/3 of all internet searches are done on Google. 2/3! That means effectively, Google is the card catalog of the World Wide Web. So Google decides who gets to the #1 position. And they got their set of rules. If your website looks like this, does this, smells like this, you're going to be #1. And your end of the economy is going to go up. If so, if some new age engineer at Google decides one day that cheddar flavored vitamin water is the greatest thing and codes their algorithm to do that, cheddar flavored vitamin water is going to come up to the top. And that end of the economy is going to take off. Speaking of taking off, my time is once again up. Thank you for visiting my corner of America and my little corner of reality. You don't know how much I appreciate it, because if you did, you'd hate me. You'd think I was self-centered. How can you think anyone making 356 videos of themselves talking could be self-centered? What kind of thinking is that? Look behind me, there's a UPS truck making a U-turn. See, they both start with U. UPS, U-turn. And you saw it here, that's amazing. Oh, just ruined it. You made a Y-turn. I like to make O-turns. So till next time, please keep all hands and feet inside the ride until you become Governor of California.